health and looking at different things and just listening to programs and exploring. I'm not into reading books, more watching. I learn visually than more reading. But now I've got an audio. I have a program that converts it to audiobooks. So I'm listening to audiobooks, and I just finished the David Icke one, and I'm moving on to A Brave New World. Actually, just want to listen to that. And some other books.
Who wrote Brave New World?
Alex Huxley, and it looks.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Ender's Game.
Yeah, and it's really interesting how this is going on for a long, long time. I don't think it's like recent, but it's been going on time. It's just a really important time in history that we realize that this is going on and do something about it. So, but it's happening so fast that I don't think it's making people's heads spin right now of what is actually going on and what is actually, where did this come from.
Years ago. I read, I was, I guess you could say, awake with the 70s, but a lot of us woke up and were just working with people that were into all of this and rewriting, but we were sort of among ourselves, so we knew who each other was. And have you followed anybody in the Ascension world at all? Like, they were into UFOs too at the university levels, but they were working with various people like certain channels at the time, whether they were proving neuroscientifically that we were fifth dimensionals or from another level of existence. They're starting to almost go there now with quantum physics. And I don't know, like they're always looking for what the soul really is or what we really are.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they're going into interdimensionals, but they're almost talking like extraterrestrials, aliens, interdimensionals, and then some of the spacecraft we've had not of Earth origin. So what part are you interested in the most? The original beginning or just the various stories of people coming and going? Because, there's so many stories out there to the origin of you personally. And,
no problem. I just like looking at just the overall picture, and then I put the pieces together. And
there you go. That's what I do. Yeah, I've died literally on the the cold wet slab. Been there, done that. So I know what it's like to be out of body, and so does Tommy, because we both died. So once you've got that, people for years would argue that we weren't dead or that we were just something was wrong with us mentally or something like that. But after a while, enough people write books, and I didn't write a book in the 70s but I first left my body when I was 8. So I know there's a hereafter. So there's no doubt that we're immortal beings. So my quest is to do the spiritual part of us and then also look at those that come and go as interdimensional beings, and then those that actually have higher levels of existence and travel in UFOs or spacecraft not of Earth origin. But I have my own individual experiences, and I believe that when you're ready, and that was something that the spiritual teachers always taught, that when the student is ready, the master will appear. So it's when you're ready, your whole higher self will take you into that part of you that is your reality. And, we're interdimensionals, and I believe we're multidimensional, but also believe that we're not using all of our brain power and all our DNA power and all the junk DNA. So I'm on that quest. It's a very deep quest. So but I invite you to come join me, and anytime you want to talk or, I know in Canada it'd be Skype would be better. But you're welcome to come and listen to these shows and also be a part if you want to tell us where you're at on your path, Let me see if Tommy's back. But we've only got 10 minutes left. But your voice, you're coming through very clear. That's what I don't understand. Why is your voice so clear? Are you on a cell phone or are you on a computer?
Oh, no, I'm not on a computer. I'm just on not a Skype phone, but the internet phone. It's hooked up to the internet, but it's actually just a regular number. I mean, that's the reason why it sounds maybe so clear, because it's going through the internet company when I'm phoning, but it behaves like a telephone number.
Oh, so. It's okay. It's probably like mine then. My internet, mine's running on cables, and then my internet's fiber optic cables, right? So it's underground, not satellite. Okay, well that's why you're so clear. Tommy, I think Tommy must be on satellite. Tommy?
No, I'm on my cell phone. I'm on my cell phone right now.
So does that go up? So yours goes up, but mine's underground. His is underground. So because he sounded so clear.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Tommy.
Well, when I'm home, it's going through the internet.
Okay.
So So and I got a real expensive mic on my computer as well.
Well, I've got a silly question. Is your internet running under the ocean cables, or is it bouncing up and hitting the satellite?
It's called Spectrum. It's the 5G. Basically, that's what they're using on everything now. And my cable goes to the main office. Yeah, but it doesn't go under the water.
Wait.
Everything you're going to be getting from now on is in space. It's not underground or under the water. They're not going to be laying cables anymore. There's no reason to. There's no reason to run lines in the house anymore. There's no reason for all the wiring that they used to do.
I've got 5G, but mine's Mediacom, but I guarantee you mine's coming in on the cable. My cell phone, I didn't sit in the tower.
You're using cable, but your 5G is the satellites in space. That's what makes it 5G. It's a higher frequency, more dangerous than the other. It's just one more. But 6G will be out within a year, so we're not going to be able to keep up with it.
I already heard about 7, interestingly enough, but
we go up to 12,
7.
believe it or not. I mean,
no, well, actually,
go ahead, Jay. What do you got?
Well, I did about 3 or 4 presentations on EMF, and what you're talking about is sort of what they're planning, but they're at low frequency 5G right now. And then there's 7 gigahertz, what you're talking about, TJ. And the 60 won't be out for about a couple of years because they're going to 21 and 27 and 60. No, one thing I'm finding out about, this is kind of like off topic about what we're talking about, is that they had a lot of problems with the 60 gigahertz, getting the signals correct and making sure they propagate through walls and things like that, and the propagation of that signal in a distance. And so I don't see a lot of 5G where I live, but they definitely are experimenting with it because it's not doing so well in conditions such as rainy or weather conditions. So it's very interesting. I don't know. What I did is I heard about the new Apple phones are 5G, but it depends how thick they are. If they're kind of thicker, they must have a certain chip in there that'll go with 60 gigahertz. But
the main problem with it, though, it has to be near an antenna. There has to be a satellite antenna somewhere within your area, and that's why they got to put a lot more antennas up for 5G to work.
I thought 5G was microwaves. Is it not microwaves?
It is. It's just high frequency microwaves.
I'm 6 miles away from the satellite.
So do you have a measuring tool to find out whether it's 60 gigahertz or you're just getting 7 gigahertz? Or even actually the low frequency ones?
Well, they're using the low frequency ones.
Okay,
so they don't have a mid-band?
No, it's actually...
He's only got mid-band.
No, they don't. They actually use the 6... See, the 4G works at 2.4... The 4 gigahertz is the 4G is working at 2.4 gigahertz. The 5G right now, which T-Mobile bought for a lot of money for a very long time. It's almost like over a decade for billions of dollars in your country. It's working with 600 megahertz quadrature AM, which is stereo AM. So that's what they're running right now. In order to get you prepared for the higher frequencies. But like I said, I don't see a lot of development, like in our neighborhood, people putting, or the technicians putting up boxes every 100 feet for 60 gigahertz. I haven't seen that. I don't know what it's like in your country, but I haven't seen it because I think right now it costs too much to do that. It just costs too much to do that.
Well, they have low band, mid band, and then it just depends on, who's got what right now. But now, what part of Canada are you on Toronto's side or way over on the Washington side?
Washington side. So there are, like I said, the mid one is a 7 gigahertz. It's a higher frequency. Remember, all these bands are allocated, okay, and companies have to buy the space up, okay, for a lot of money. So because they're running out of stuff of these spaces now, they're going into whatever they can now. And like I said, the higher frequencies aren't going to come out till 2021 and 2022. So
they're really hurting too.
Yeah,
since we've been at home, it's been so crazy. They keep dropping, bending, low, mid, high, all three spectrums, right? Yeah. They're saying it's 5G, but they fluctuate. The waves are crashing. Oh my gosh, it's been terrible.
What happens is that it'll actually default to 5G and the really high frequency, but it goes down to 4G and so, but those frequencies. You gotta find out what's inside your phone to find out what frequencies are emitting from that phone for communication purposes, right? Because there's 2G, 3G, 4G, and now 5G, right? So the 5G, when people say 5G, it can be a multitude of things. So it's not specific. 4G is specific, 3G is specific, 2G is specific for frequencies. So everyone says 5G, and I'm scared about the zapping us and things like that. It's just it's not right now because it's just it's happening.
Well, you think they want to use the millimeter bands? They want to be 24 gigahertz, right? They want to be, but that doesn't mean it just because they say it's super fast transmission. So this is important too. So we're going to have to learn adaptive behavior while they're switching beams in and out, right? So, folks, we'll work on that, 24 to 28 gigahertz bands, and they're supposed to get licenses through the FCC, but they're auctioning them off for 37, 39, and 47 gigahertz bands for 5G. Yeah. But they've already used them up through the end of 2019. Isn't that right, Jay? The three bands that were the higher the spectrum. So now, I guess if T-Mobile bought the latest ones, I don't know. The sub-6 is mid-band. I don't know. Low-band spectrum they got rid of. But they're still using 2 gigahertz, right? They're still having to use it.
In Hawaii,
for balloons.
In Hawaii, and all spectrum is using 1.9 to 2.5 gigahertz at 800 megahertz. All right? Yeah. That's what they're using right now.
That's low.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It's a really low frequency. It's like
very low for gosh, really. Tommy, that's terrible. No wonder y'all don't get very good, Well, that's something, Jay. But, Jay, if you could come back and stay, are you a techie or you just like to read a lot? You said, no, you're a visual learner. I'm a visual, too. Yeah, I wish I wasn't. But people are just going to that. It's like we're all got ADHD now with books. We want to visual watch it. I learn a lot on YouTube, Jay.
I do, too.
I'm a tuber.
I also listen to it.
I'm a boomer zoomer. Now, you're younger than me by 10 years. I was born in 51. Oh, wait, you're 20 years younger than me. You were born in 71, right? So you could be my son. Uh-huh.
No, I'm born in 64, so I'm 9 years less. No, 10 years less? No, 9.
64?
4? So 11 years. 11 years.
11 years. 11 years younger. You sound really young, but I like your voice. Have you thought about doing radio?
No. I'm more of a listener and just asking questions because I like asking questions about that now. The more getting into
good. I want you to come back. You think you could come help me do radio shows?
Or you can talk about anything you want. No, geez. Yeah, okay. I got the other radio shows that are talking about the same thing. So, yeah. Yeah,
well,
sure.
Are you working, or could you join a geek talk show with me?
No, I am actually working, so during the day, but my evenings are pretty free. But I see you on the Blog Talk radio station show pages all the time. So I just wanted to phone in because you had a topic that I'm interested in right now. I'm just curious because my attention was listening to David Icke. So, yeah.
Well,
so
I
look into that information. I'll listen to the information that you sent me.
Janet. Okay.
Yeah.
I sent you some information? No, I didn't. Oh, hold on just a minute. 917, you're live and on the air. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Hey, Anna.
Hi,
Just you? Anna. Hi, Anna.
Hi,
This is Jay. Jay is
hey
from Canada.
Hey, Anna.